What's up, guys? My name is Sightless Player, also known as Sightless, and also known as Blind Gamer. If you guys want to, description is down below. You guys can follow me on Twitter, and now you guys can follow me on Instagram. The link are down below. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, I will follow you guys right back. So without further ado, let's get this gameplay going with the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns, Week 16. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it on.
Why the Bears?
Why the Chicago Bears? Because I'm from Chicago, my friend. Bears fan through and through. Bear down.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL
But you had a good year, nice work.
Sports. Today's matchup features one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. The Bears are #1 in total pass yards, going up against the Browns, who will have to be at their best to slow them down. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauden, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering
If you
play.
want to, you guys can follow me on Instagram. There's a link down below. If you follow me on Instagram, I will follow
full season, they'd
right
be
back.
14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 2nd overall pick in last April's draft from North Carolina, the former Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
When we talked in the preseason about guys entering the league, and, you know, we go through the rookie class and the whole deal, I know we said that he had potential. Did we really believe he'd be this solidly in the MVP race this late in the year?
I think any time, and you know this better than me, you put rookie next to MVP candidate this late in the season, I think that's pretty much all you need to say.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Don't forget, there's a natural bias against giving a rookie an MVP award. People just don't like to do it, but he's definitely in the discussion.
Now Trubisky on first down. And his first look is incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
You blind.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific
my
defensive
friend, I
block.
want to
Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And if you're new to my stream, feel free to subscribe, my friend.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Sorry to hear that.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 52 yards. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate, we knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but who knew it would culminate in breaking this all-time record.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
No problem, my friend. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, my friend.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Miller on the catch over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This Madden game has accessibility features on it, so
red zone opportunity.
the control rumbles, the control vibrates, I should say, depending what play I want to do. So if you're wondering how I know what I'm doing, that's the reason.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. The 7th play now.
How long you been playing Madden for?
This is 3rd and long, though.
Been playing Madden for what?
Dude, you need to learn how to properly tag your videos. It seriously makes more of a difference than I originally thought. I got 30 views, oh.
Yeah, I learned how to tag my videos.
Again, it's Trubisky.
I play Madden
Yeah, he's got it.
for a while now. A month.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
What I like about Madden
I've been
is
playing since 2014.
what I like about Madden is the audibles. You could change it if you know football. You can tell what they're doing. Like you hear this little clicking noise right there. I know the game clock is going down.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kendall Wright, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Barth now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out there by their rookie QB, a 2-year starter in Notre Dame. It's Deshaun Kaiser.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much
2K basketball game.
He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed. Take what the defense gives
I have to do a
him,
little more research on that just to see if they have an accessibility feature
interception last week, but he found a
for
way for his
the
team to
basketball game. But I know Madden. The reason I play Madden now and I will play Madden 2019 is because the accessibility features on the game. So. Let's see.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrell Freeman not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very
the game I want to see if there's any also accessibility features is NHL and maybe FIFA. So. But I do like basketball though too, but I don't know if there's any new accessibility features on that game just yet. Like right there, Madden, there's a rumble.
Looking middle and it's incomplete.
There's a rumble on my controller, so I knew he was passing the ball.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week really. We'll be right back.
My favorite team is the Eagles.
They're a good team. Carson Wentz hopefully comes back from that injury. But like I said, if you guys are new to my stream, feel free to subscribe. And if you guys want to, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I will follow you guys right back on Instagram if you follow me back.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
The 8th-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it.
Ready for Madden 2019 is coming out. About maybe 3 weeks away.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach
So I'm gonna
talking
try to run.
about it, this team talking about it
I
to each
changed
other,
it.
supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that
The only thing
#1
is that
seed
these guys
means
talk too
everything
much.
in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen
See, I
that
hear
in
the play
recent
clock
years in
going
the
down.
NFL. The teams that play,
It comes out on my
play to
birthday.
win each and every game, they're the ones to
Oh,
deal
yeah?
with in the playoffs.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Wow.
So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers.
Yeah, I
because
think
some
I'm
of
getting
them,
it
they need
early.
their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people, make
Probably
it a
getting it
one-on-one
August
matchup.
7th.
Other guys, they just defeat everything in front
Before
of them.
August
To get
10th.
2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Can't wait.
Really, can I? Have it digitally downloaded, so I'll be getting it August 7th. Everybody else, if you don't pre-order it, everyone gets it August 10th.
And he got a little aggressive
So
too early.
I'll be getting it
And
3
he
days
did run that
earlier
quick
than most
takeoff As the
people.
ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get
Alright,
you
I'm
to
gonna
jump.
try to throw it to Kevin White. Let's go. Watch.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
See, sometimes he says Barney, and it's like, I think it might be a pass play, and sometimes he changes it into a run
And
play.
we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So that'll
That right
back
there,
him
really?
up 5. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here
The
defensively.
announcers are annoying, right?
That's why I try to. I don't hike the ball when they keep talking a lot, because I try to hear what's going on. You see, look, I'll audible it. See, it says Barney. Look, I'm gonna hike it again. Hopefully, don't go false start. Now, if I do it harder with the quick hut, nope. Okay, no false start. Let's see what this is.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Christian Kirksey in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation.
I should just go for it.
Here's
But,
Pat O'Donnell now.
I'll try
As
kicking the
his
ball.
first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Let's see.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside
They keep
their own
blitzing.
40-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Charles Sims, a first quarter touchdown there. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
So then, how I find my defense, I hit circle.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell.
And,
fighting his way down to about the 35.
Then I do whatever
Give him a couple on
whatever
the
button
carry
is
there,
for
2nd
tackle.
and 8.
Let's just strip
And
the
the
ball.
Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
But when I get 2019,
All IFO is play Madden.
when I get 2019,
Dude.
all I do is play. I'm
After
gonna
the
just
play on
play
the ground, that brings
8-minute
up 2nd
quarters.
down
I'm not
here.
gonna play 15-minute quarters. That's too long of a stream and too long of a gameplay.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And the play goes nowhere. losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
8-minute quarters, I think, is ideal.
He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
3rd and long for Kaiser. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks.
Did you update the rosters yet?
Sack him, and that is 10 for him now.
This one, yes.
Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent.
Whatever was the last update, I mean, does the update have the Allen Robinson with the Bears, or? Because the last update I did is whatever
so look at this. Here's
roster
the field
they had.
goal unit coming out.
Wow.
And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory.
He's not going to make it.
It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I'm going to go for the kill. Let's go.
Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
I'm going to throw it straight to Kendall Wright.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky looking deep.
What the hell was he thinking?
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Kendall Wright, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Barth now for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Barth now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
Sometimes I can kick the field goal. Sometimes I miss it.
Cleveland geared up to
It is
take
what
the
it is.
field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second down, here's Crowell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first down throw for Kaiser. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. So 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Eve. Plenty of scoring here already. And we're back to Soldier Field after this.
I'm going to try to go live on Madden Mobile.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. On the counter, it's Corral. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Kaiser. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears.
What's your favorite NFL team?
Kendall right now gearing up to help lead this offense again. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
Chicago
What it
Bears, my
feels
friend.
like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Looks for
Hey, okay, team, they just need a QB.
intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
They're going for the
Super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
I think I rushed that pass.
We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Raiders and Eagles, a Super Bowl 15 rematch. You impressed that I know that?
I'm very much impressed that you know that. Who was the MVP?
Yep, that'll be 8:30 Eastern from Philadelphia. a second down throw for Kaiser. It's caught by Crowell. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Danny Shelton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Here we go now.
Now Trubisky. But he locates Wheaton complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
All right, now, look
Now Trubisky on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Kirksey, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
The
And
amount
I
of
want to
sacks
run the
that they've
ball.
absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This
Look at
offensive
the
line
pass.
flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I'm not trying to get sacked, but yeah, I'll change it.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
See, I thought if I hear Detroit, get to run.
Detroit.
There it is. But this might be a run play.
Now Trubisky on third and
Maybe
long.
not.
He lets one go deep for Wheaton. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Is the skill on pro?
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
So to be honest with you, I don't know.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go. Blue, landing. Blue, landing. Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing. Blue, landing.
Where is Cameron Meredith?
Cameron Meredith went to the New Orleans Saints.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I'm going for it. I'm not even going to go for the field goal.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
You did me a favor by calling time out.
Now, look at 56. Look at 56. Blue, landing. Blue, landing.
Alright, I'm going to try to throw it to R1.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. That's caught at the 3. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Now I'll go for 2.
Big fourth down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
Alright, I'm going to try to throw it to Circle, but I don't know if that's Kevin White or Whedon. We'll see.
Trubisky to throw again. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
I would have to say the Cleveland Browns did me a favor by calling a timeout on 4th
It was
down.
not this reason.
Alright, I'm never good at kicking still, because sometimes I can feel the vibration on the rumbles and sometimes it comes out. So let's see what happens. 1, 2.
Barth now to kick this one away.
I don't know.
He in Philadelphia now.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
I do like that
Getting set to go.
Allen
Isaiah
Robinson
Crowell in the offense
and,
trot back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start.
We'll see
doing
what
a
Allen
few
Robinson does
different
with the
things.
Bears this year.
Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to him. When
I mean,
things
the
have
first
changed a little
exhibition
bit,
is
they have to make an adjustment.
coming up.
Still time
So-
for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
in about 2 weeks.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Take it.
Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So they didn't go for a touchdown.
This
They
is a
just go for the
defense
kill.
that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you got
Yeah, I'll
a
go for it.
linebacker
Let's
that's
go.
gonna stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is
I
hang
want to
one
Allen
on
Robinson
you
to come to
and put
Philadelphia.
it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky going for it all. And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Yeah, but you guys already have outside Jeffries.
Late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Barthon for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Barth now to kick this one away.
Who do you think going to the Super Bowl?
Inside the 10.
Who do I think is going to Super Bowl? It's
Out
kind
comes
of
Deshaun
really,
Kaiser,
really,
the
really
Browns
urgent to
offense.
tell right now,
In
my
second
friend.
quarter, they're down big already.
I mean,
He's struggling as well.
Tom Brady's
They've
already
gotta
old.
find
He's in.
something here. He's got to find
He'll be
something on his
41 or
And
so.
sometimes you
I don't
take
know
on
right
all
now.
that
It's
extra
hard to
pressure
say.
on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little
Hard
bit.
to say.
Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Let you know about week 1, who I think might go to
Second
the Super
down
Bowl,
now
but
after the pass completion.
it's up in the air right now. I'll tell you right now, it won't be New England Patriots.
Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Play just like the Browns.
Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
They're playing just like the Browns.
Remember, this is the number
Horrible.
1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
I'm just going to go for 2.
So they're going to go for 2.
Sorry-ass Browns. I mean, you would think you kneel the ball.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Yeah, now it's a run
I
play.
know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah,
But I think the Cleveland Browns are going to do a lot better this year than last year. So I like the pickups and the draft picks.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mitch Unrein in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Now, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Third down from the 25. Here, a throw deep down the field is caught, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Wright's got the catch here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Bears now on top. Bears lined up at the 48. Wright's wide open on the deep pass, and it leads to a touchdown as they take a 13-0 lead. About halfway through the second, the deep ball is on target here, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Burton's got nobody around him on the catch, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown as they go up here at 21-0. Offense out now following the INT. The catch will be made deep down the field, and he'll go in for the touchdown. The Bears way in front. Down till late in the second. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Bears
The score 3-4-0.
take advantage and return it for a touchdown as they continue to dominate. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
What I'm waiting to see if when Madden 2019 comes out, their halftime show is supposed to be a little bit longer and more realistic and not so generic. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton with 2 first-half touchdown passes. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
You play Fortnite.
No, I do not play Fortnite. My boys do, but I don't. I want to see if Saquon Barkley plays with the Giants, man.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to
Let's
get
see how
him going.
Saquon Barkley does with the Giants. Want to see how Chubb does with the with the Denver Broncos.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken
Baker
down
Mayfield
at the 36.
does with the
It's a pickup of 6.
Cleveland Browns.
To move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there.
Fortnite is so
play
trash.
caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Here we go.
I'll check the roster when I'm done with this game. See if it updated by itself. I'm not sure.
His throw incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
If it did somewhat update, I'll and I do have Allen Robinson. I have to fix the roster.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Kaiser to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to
I turn my Wi-Fi off and it won't turn back on.
Them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Here's Kaiser. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Christian Kirksey in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Leopard! All right, now look at 56. No. Check. Patriot! All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
From the gun, Kaiser. Going underneath for Crowell. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Kaiser. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Bro.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take
What's going
over
on, my friend?
with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Delay.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to
Trick
get
play.
discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton, 2 touchdown passes thus far.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down. Trubisky. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here we go.
Check 31, check 31.
Hot.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
My friend knows how to all the glitches in Madden.
And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Danny Shelton able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, put an end to this third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Gone. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
You know Yogurt Pizza.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now Barth for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Barth now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go.
First down, Kaiser. Caught here left side by Brett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go.
On second down, Kaiser again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The Browns on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is third and 10. They'll throw again. Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now we shift our attention to Kevin White. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football. Because
blitz coming, and down he goes. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Not trying to get sacked, I'm just trying to run the ball.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's the way.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. 319. 319.
Now it's Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw is Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. 319. Over. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Hot.
Check.
Hot.
Check 37.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Mitch Unrein in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2nd down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky will throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Patriot! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Danny Shelton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here we go. What? None. What? None.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. They find some open field here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A first down throw for Kaiser. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. A second down throw now for Kaiser. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Cam Newton, 2 touchdown passes in the W. 4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Mitch Unrein in there to get him.
Hey Cyclist, this is Leo.
Number 12 for him on the year.
What's going on, my friend? Alright, just gonna review this game.
Onto the field now come the Bears. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Not much, gonna get something to eat. Thanks for watching my stream by the way.
Trubisky going to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And now a first down following that long gain.
Alright, just for giggles, let's see if I can score a touchdown.
Now a play fake here on first down. And fighting down inside the 25. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Alright guys, this is going to end the stream. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. The description is down below. And you guys can now also follow me on Instagram. The link is also down below. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, I will follow right back. Alright guys, till next time. Later my friends.